Morning, everyone. Afternoon, evening. I'm a couple minutes behind actually this morning. I was helping my daughter Abby with an English assessment that is giving her a little bit of grief, and time got away on me. So, my warm, beautiful coffee. My tip today. A lot of people talk to me about this. It doesn't matter whether it comes up in classes, whether it comes up in business strategy sessions that I do, or just personal sessions, is that people talk a lot about how they wish that they could better follow their intuition, know the difference between their intuition and when the mind is sort of really taking off on them, how they can know the difference, or how to trust in their gut instincts and be able to follow that. So it reminded me, because I'm currently working on a program for a new course that I'm releasing, is that this cortices technique is so profound, the way that it restructures the brain and that it recommunicates all the signaling in the brain and between the brain and the body, that it improves your intuition. For all those people who want to improve their intuition, who want to improve the relationship with their gut brain, with their gut instincts, for all those people who would like to be able to follow their gut instincts in the right direction and be able to navigate life that way, as opposed to having to think about it or try to reach a decision up here, which is not the way that we're designed to actually function, right? So this technique is fantastic for that. And the other thing is that I've recently done some work with quite a few people who find it hard to be able to set goals. So whether it's smaller goals that they need to work through and manage, or whether it's the more of the big picture, the bigger vision goals. And then not only is it hard to set those goals, but they have a lack of, I suppose, trust that anything's going to happen with those goals, that they'll even achieve those goals. So if you're anything like me, I love doing vision boards, and I do a really structured process when I'm doing my vision boards. There's a specific protocol I follow, and I very often will stand in front of my vision board whilst I'm observing it. And I usually do it in the morning because I have it either somewhere up, I've printed it off and have it somewhere up in my house, or I save it as a picture and I put it as my screensaver. I put it as my home page on my phone. So I'm constantly seeing it all the time, but I will stand in front of my vision board and I will tap out cortices to that. Because every time you do that, you're asking the brain to see it clearly, see it clearly, see it clearly. So then your entire body-mind complex, your consciousness, can work with the universe to figure out how this needs to fall into place, how it needs to be structured, how your vision board is going to be coming together. So that's my top tip for today. I'm going to go ahead and tap out my cortices now. So I'm going to start at the occiput on the brain, the first hand position. And whilst I'm taking nice big deep breaths, I'm going to be tapping out the head brain, the heart brain, and the gut brain. Remember, the gut brain's just above the belly button area there. And I'm going to do this again. Just up to the second position, getting more into those parietal lobes now of the brain. So your feedback is wonderful, guys. Keep that coming. Moving up towards the top of the brain now, just moving up one hand placement at a time. So the attention is on the brain. The intention is that we're improving communication between both the left and right hemispheres. Move your hand up to the next hand position. and that we're improving communication circulation between all the different regions of the brain. So yesterday we got to know the septal region a little bit better and we explored that. Remember, it's your center for bliss, happiness, all the way around to the front. This is your last hand placement around the front here. Hey, Sherry. Okay. And we're finishing off with the sides of the brain, the temporal. So hands run front to back, fingers always closed together, nice soft hands. Lift my glasses up. Just a couple of nice big deep breaths here. Remember, you can take one hand away or both hands away. One hand away, you'd be tapping in over all three brains. Or you slide your hands out of your imaginary gloves and then you go ahead and tap this in. Now, somebody mentioned yesterday that when they do the cortices technique that they have this feeling of lightheaded and fuzzy. It's so common. I do as well. And because I've been doing this technique for so long now, sometimes just the thought of doing cortices actually invokes that change within the chemistry of the brain where you feel light and fuzzy. And also you'll notice that because you're doing massive, great big exaggerated deep breathing. But more often than not, the more you do this, you'll find the quicker the response is to your physiology and to the chemistry of the body. So it's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to go and help Abby with her English assessment. And I hope you have a wonderful evening or a wonderful day, no matter where you are. Keep those questions coming, keep your feedback coming, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.